Thinking about getting an EV? They are definitely the future and everyone's talking about them in 2025. But there are certain things you should keep in mind before you make the switch. They are futuristic but also come with some downsides. Here are 5 things you should be concerned about before making that switch. If you like tech and EVs, hit that like button below and also subscribe to my channel. Helps a lot. If you're aiming to buy a new Tesla in 2025, feel free to use my referral link and Tesla would offer $2,500 off on your next Tesla. So let's get started. So reason number 1, EVs are a little pricier as compared to gas cars. If you compare the medium-sized EV, which is let's say a Tesla Model Y, compare it to a similar size BMW, generally speaking, EVs are a little on the higher end. The price difference used to be crazy, but with recent changes, I believe they're coming down. And a similar price Tesla Model Y compared to let's say a BMW X3 or X1, the BMW would be slightly on the cheaper end. There are also a few hidden costs when you buy an EV. The number one on the list is insurance. Generally speaking, it costs a little more to insure an EV versus a gas powered car. Here's what the insurance would be if I was insuring a Tesla Model Y, and here's how much it would be if it was a gas powered car. Let's talk about charging. So, if you have access to a home charger, you're all set. But if you have to rely on public charging, the story is slightly different. For example, if you own a Tesla, the story is slightly better because there are a lot of superchargers. But with the growing interest of Teslas over the last couple of years, it could be a nightmare as well. I've seen people wait at superchargers at some busy locations. Sometimes the chargers are broken, sometimes people are waiting, sometimes people are just hogging the chargers. So that becomes a nightmare if you don't have access to a home charger. So while EV charging is becoming easy and easy day by day, it's still not same as a gas powered car. With a gas powered car, you can walk to any gas station, fill up your tank from 0 to 100 in less than let's say 10 minutes. With EVs, you would still have to wait from 10 to 30 minutes depending on how much you want to charge, depending on what the temperature is, what car you have. 5 to 10 minutes versus 10 to 30 minutes, there is surely a difference. Reason number 3, cold weather destroys the range of your EV. This is the thing that a lot of owners are not aware of when they get an EV. The ugly truth is that as soon as winter hits, your range for your car dips by 20 to 40%, depending on how cold it is, what tires you have, and some other fact. But it's true that your winter range will be so much worse than your summer range. I did a video a few days ago in which I tested my Tesla Model 3 long range with winter tires in Canadian winters. I listed up there for your reference. For example, my long range Tesla came with 575 kilometers of EPA range. Speaking about a good summer day, I get around 500 plus kilometers of range driving normally in and around the city. But as soon as winter hits, the range decreases from 500 to 350 kilometers for a full charge. Speaking about Teslas, you charge around 80%, so that 350 kilometer of range is also decreased a little bit by that. And if you don't preheat your battery, you're hit worse than that. You need to preheat your battery, especially in winters, because that makes a huge difference. The good thing is that if you have access to a home charger, you can always rely on your home grid to preheat your battery. I did a video a few weeks ago in which I shared a few tips to extend your winter range. I'll link it up above and also in the description box below so you can squeeze some extra kilometers from your battery. Reason number 4. One of the biggest concerns that people have when they buy an EV, they are concerned about the battery replacement cost. The good news is that the battery for an EV lasts around 10 to 15 years, so you shouldn't really be concerned about replacing your battery during the ownership of your car. However, over the period of time, the range keeps on decreasing. In the first couple of years, you might see faster battery degradation, but once it stabilizes after year 1 or year 2, it'll be stable. I did a battery degradation test for my 2022 Tesla Model 3 and I lost less than 5% for 2 years of ownership. So I don't think you should be really concerned about replacing the full battery of your car. So just in case you have to replace the battery of your EV, it costs around $10,000, which could be slightly more expensive than replacing an engine of a gas powered car. And this could be a deal breaker. But most cars or most EVs in 2025 come with roughly 8 years of battery warranty. If anything goes bad, you should be able to rely on the manufacturer's warranty to get it fixed. Reason number 5, road trips. If you do a lot of road trips, let's say more than one road trip a month, it may not be the best idea for you to get an EV. The primary reason is refueling slash charging cost. If you drive a gas powered car and you do a couple of road trips a month, if you drive a gas powered car and you're on a road trip, the refueling generally takes 5 to 7 minutes. However, if you're driving an EV, charging stops generally are 10 to 30 minutes depending on how long of a road trip you're going on and how much you want to charge your car. It is definitely not a deal breaker, but is an inconvenience. If you do a 5-hour road trip on a gas powered car, it may take 5 hours and 10-20 minutes. If you do a similar road trip in an EV, there would be 20 to 30 minutes added extra in your overall journey to plan according to your car. If you drive a modern EV, once you put in your destination, it automatically bakes in all the charging stops you need to make. And once you start a journey, it'll show you if you need to stop for 10 minutes or 30 minutes or maybe more than 30 minutes. So a typical 5-hour road trip could be 6 hours as well. So should you buy an EV in 2025? If you have access to a home charger or access to reliable charging, and you mainly drive in the city, you should be good. You should buy an EV. You would save so much money on gas and maintenance. If you like to take road trips, let's say more than one road trip a month, if you live in cold weather conditions, you might want to wait for a little while, or at least till the charging infrastructure is more developed and it's more reliable. What do you think? Is it worth getting an EV in 2025? Let me know in the comments below. If you're thinking about getting a new Tesla, use my referral link from the description box below. As of now, Tesla is offering $2,500 off. Just an FYI, these referral links could be used for inventory level cars as well. That's it for this one, guys. See you in the next one.